Hey everyone, it's Maggie, Just Enough Eyes. Today I'm going to show you how I created this makeup look. I went for something pretty fresh and dewy, something long wearing. I wanted to just have my bold liner and keep everything else nice and simple. I also wanted to do a talk through kind of update video letting you know where I've been and what I've been going through. So stay tuned to see how I created this look. Okay, so I am using Revlon Color Stay Foundation for combination to oily skin in the shade 150 Buff. So I'm trying to match my neck, which is a little bit more pale than my face. And I am going to be outside in the sun. I do want this to last all day and be really mattifying. So this is when I pull out the big guns because I know this stuff will last all day on my combination oily skin. And just blending it in with this Real Techniques brush. So it has been a really long time since I have filmed, probably a month, and I would say it's for a good reason. I don't really like it when YouTubers always say that. I'm so sorry, I've been away. You know, like I've been very consistent for almost 10 years now, but I have been really busy with school full time, and then my weekends are filled with me working, and I don't know, I've been going through a breakup. So my 3-year relationship has ended, and it's been about 3 weeks since that happened. But it was challenging. Like, he was living here for a while until he could find a place for a few weeks, and that's never fun. It's always pretty awkward. So I just tried to keep my head down and keep working on myself, stay focused on my school, and school has been really exciting. As you guys know, I'm in school for special effects makeup at CMU, which is Complexions in Toronto. And I'm about, I think, 2.5 months in now of my 8-month course. So the first 3 weeks was hair styling. So not coloring or cutting or anything, but how to do hair for maybe a photo shoot or prom or wedding, so just styling hair. And then we went into fashion, which has been pretty natural makeup, which is kind of what I'm going to be going for my shoot today, because I'm always tempted to do really bright makeup, really fun makeup, but sometimes there's beauty in just keeping everything really natural. I'm going to try this concealer, the Revlon Color Stay Concealer in Light. I've had this for a while. I feel like it was too dark for me a few months ago, but I've gotten a little bit of sun. So we'll see how that goes. It's also weird because most of my makeup is at school, so I just have to try to find, like, use different products that I have here. So the fashion course was really fun. It was nice to learn kind of some basics. I feel like I knew most of it, but you can always learn new techniques and just really master like color theory and color matching. Perfect your skills in general. I don't think you can ever go wrong with that. And just to really tone it down, which for me was kind of challenging because I always want to throw on a cat eyeliner. I always want to make it a little bit more bold and dramatic, but sometimes that's not called for. So you kind of have to learn how to do other styles of makeup. And this past week we were in theater course, which has been really fun. Quite challenging, like very fast-paced and really different stuff every day. But I love how bold and dramatic and colorful, and that's more up my alley, I would say. It's been more exciting for me. It feels more like being in art class, kind of like painting and creating, and it's been really nice. So I've been enjoying that so far. in general, I've been really loving school and learning so much, and I love my classmates. I think I really lucked out going at the time I chose to go, just meeting really amazing friends, like-minded people who understand the love of makeup, because I think I have amazing friends in general, but if they're not makeup artists, I just think people think you're crazy if you're that in love with makeup. It can be kind of interesting. Okay, I'm going to set my face with the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Cool Beige. So if you've watched my other talk through videos, you know that I've been like in therapy and kind of dealing with a lot of things, which I'm still dealing with a lot of things with the breakup and everything, but I think I am doing a bit better. I did actually decide to go back on medication about 2 months ago. My therapist was highly recommending it, my doctor was, which I think doctors especially, it's kind of, they want to make money or whatever. And I was really scared because when I did, what was I on? I think Effexor and Cipralex are the two that I tried years ago, which were more for anxiety than what I'm on now. So I was really struggling a lot more with anxiety years ago, and I didn't really know how much depression I also had. So this time I feel like I have better tools to be able to deal with my anxiety, but it's more the depression that was really overwhelming me, especially back in December when my friend passed away, and that really affected me, which it should. It was a big deal, and also digging up my past and just working through a lot of things that hurt me. So it was quite a dark time, and also just deciding to go back to school. Like, it's been a really big change the past few months for me, but I really do feel like the past 2 months have been good on Trintellix, I think is what it's called. It's a newer medication, and this one is an antidepressant, so it is supposed to just help balance out my emotions a little bit more and just bring me up to a more tolerable level. But I also am only on 10 milligrams, and my doctor wanted me on 20, and I find the lower dose is working, so I don't want to push it. And I also don't want to go through a lot of withdrawals when I get off of it eventually. So that's been good. I think the first few weeks my stomach was a little bit upset on that medication, but otherwise it's been great. Everything balanced out, and I've been pretty happy with that. I can tell now I'm a lot more attentive to details when I'm doing my makeup, and some symmetry has been like a huge thing that I've been working on. Like in my videos, I could always tell, like, wow, my eyebrows are really unsymmetrical, or like, I mean, half of that is my lighting, and I think the camera just accentuates some things, but I've really like slowed it down and paid attention. Especially if you're wearing minimal makeup, you need it to be really perfect. You need it to be really good. Okay, for a blush, I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics CC Radiance Ombre Blush in Je ne sais quoi. It's a really pigmented blush, so I'm going to use it lightly. Something really good that I've noticed in school is how much less anxiety I feel. Like, when I worked at Inglot, well, just in general, every time I did makeup, I don't know if it's because it's just my passion, or like I am a perfectionist in a lot of ways, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. This also started to happen when I was an esthetician. Like, I developed really intense anxiety and just a perfectionism that was exhausting, and no one should really be that into anything. Like, it's exhausting. And there were times, most times just in general, I felt like I wasn't good enough, but that's like my usual tape that runs through my head about myself in general, just because of things that I've been through and everything. And it's been, like, it was very frustrating because, yeah, I was pretty talented and people were 98% of the time very happy about the work I did, but there was still that doubt in myself. And I just had doubt of, you know, I haven't gone to school for this, I wish I could do better, like, you know what I mean? So that's essentially why I went to school, to hone in on my skills, to practice, to improve, and now I'm doing makeup every single day. Something new, something different, and it really has helped me to get over a lot of my fears and anxiety and just become more confident. And I actually don't feel anxious anymore. And I used to feel like I would hold my breath when I was doing eyeliner. My legs would start shaking sometimes, like it was just really intense. And now I can do it with a calm face, with a calm body, and that's what I need if I'm ever on movie sets or photo shoots. You know, I just want to be able to focus on my work and do a good job and not have a panic attack over makeup, because it would feel like I'm going to die if I don't do the best job, and that's unnecessary and completely exhausting. I'm going to highlight with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I have this little one. This one's very intense, so I'm just going to take it lightly. Like, I do want my highlight to stand out, but in the sun, I don't want to look too oily. So just taking that up and around. I've also really changed the way I do my brows, because for years I've been doing the Instagram brow, and it's really funny hearing all the teachers in school like hating on YouTubers and Instagrammers, which I feel like my makeup has been like 25–30% what it is compared to other people. Like the amount of product we use, the intensification, almost like drag, like how intense everything is, how much foundation, how much highlight, contour, like it's kind of unnecessary, and it's been good to like tone it down. And like instead of using brow gels, I've been using a pencil and kind of brushing it out, using a bit of powder. So it's more of a natural effect, and I think I've been liking it, you know, just taking it down. I'm also a lot more comfortable with myself in general, like being in school, not wearing makeup every day. I've just had to kind of come to terms with that and accept it, which has been another really good thing. I'm going to do my brows with the Annabelle Stay Sharp Self-Sharpening Waterproof Brow Liner in the shade Taupe. I've been using a lot of Annabelle pencils at school as well. I really love their skinny brow liners, like dark brown, blonde, taupe. I've been using those a lot, and I just really love, I mean, they're so creamy, especially the skinny ones. They give you really good precision, so you can draw in individual hairs if you would like, and they're all waterproof. And I've been telling my class about them. I'm like, look, these are like less than 10 bucks, and they perform like high-end pencils, and they give you a lot of product as well. So if you are in Canada, Annabelle is amazing. So I'm going to take a brow brush and soften that effect. Just brushing that through before it sets. I do really miss you guys. I miss filming, but it is a lot of work. Like, it really takes, it's not only just the filming part, and I've even filmed some videos and just not edited or put them up because it takes so much time and effort, and just my emotional well-being, like, it's been more important, unfortunately. Sometimes you do kind of need a break. Then I have this Annabelle Brow to Go Brow Shaping Kit, and I've been going into the lighter shade on the inner part, and then going into that deeper shade, just getting a bit more definition in the tail. I've also been really loving having short hair. I just got it cut again a week ago, and I mean, my hair's been growing really fast. The first cut, I feel like I had too much hair, like I should have gone shorter to begin with, but I mean, it was a huge chop, and it's probably better for me to get used to it short and everyone around me, and then go super short afterwards. But it's been really freeing, and just more like accepting myself, you know, like here I am with short hair and no makeup and going out in public, and that's okay, you know, just to accept that everything is okay. It's been something I've been trying to like teach myself. But I am loving this cut. As long as I have my bangs, I feel like I still am myself and I'm pretty happy. Using the Annabelle Smoothie eyeshadow pencil. This is extremely long wearing, hypoallergenic, in the shade Mocha Mirage. So applying that all over my lid as an eyeshadow primer essentially. I seem to have misplaced, I mean, half my makeup is at school and then the other half, I don't know. It's like I can't find an eyeshadow base around, and this will just have to do. But I also have that concealer, which is Revlon Color Stay, so I don't think anything is going anywhere. And then I'm going to use another jumbo pencil. This is the Essence 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner. This is also waterproof. And what is the shade? Peach Perfect. I'm just gonna take this on my inner corner. So this is more of a highlighting shade. And I'm gonna set that with the same highlighter I used on my face. I might just apply this also on my lid. I kind of want this to be like a glowy, fresh look. Going into the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. I've had this for years. I've used it maybe 3 times. And I broke one of the colors. I have too much makeup, you know, and I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like on a no-buy, like use what you've got. Especially now that most of my products are at school, I have to like refocus on other things. So let's set the whole eye area with Skimp. I think this is matte. Let me see. Actually, there's a bit of shimmer, so I'm going to use Stark. Just apply that all over. And then going into Cover, which is a darker shade, I'm going to apply this where I didn't put that halo. And then up in the crease. I also want to thank you guys when I did my updated like hair video. I think that was like the last video I put up. And it was so sweet to hear all your comments. Like I really wasn't sure how everyone was gonna react. Like on one hand I'm like, whatever, just cut your hair and you're doing it for yourself. But on the other hand I was a little nervous, like what if everyone here hated it, and then I'd be like, too bad, it'll take 3 years for it to grow back, you know? But such sweet comments, and everyone's been saying that it suits me a lot, which is really nice because I've been enjoying it. And I still want to do a cat eyeliner because from afar I really want this to have some dimension, have some intensity, and who would I be without Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. Alright, so going into the liner, I did put a little bit of Duraline in here earlier just to make it super creamy. And everyone's been really impressed with this eyeliner. I'm the only one in my class with it, and everyone's like, damn, that stuff lasts long and it is pigmented. Yeah, it is the best. So I'm taking this on a Royal & Lang Nickel brush 3-0. And my teachers too have been like, go for the art brushes. They are really, really good. For my lips, I'm going to use the Hourglass Girl Influencer, I don't know, this is like a lip pencil. It's kind of a nude lipstick. So I'm going to use the Tarte Showstopper Clay palette. I'm going to use the contouring shade here. I might add a bit of blush as well. I do want my cheeks to stand out quite a bit. Taking it on a Smashbox small brush. Especially with short hair, I kind of want that nice feminine cheekbone. Going into that blush. Okay, so that is how I created the look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love it if you could check out my Instagram. I am JustEnufEyes on there as well, and I do stay a lot more up to date with what I'm working on, what I am doing on a daily basis. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. I will see you in my next video.